everyone. The studio's up finally. It wasn't without its trials because it's not really the best time of year to build wooden buildings, shall we say, and it seems like we get a gale every week. The gale last week happened as the builders were trying to put the roof on it. They had to get tar and stick the shingles down because they were so worried about them blowing off. But thankfully it's pretty much done. We just need to do the electrics now. Very pleased how it's turned out due to the design that I chose. I think there's actually a lot more light in here, which is going to be a good thing, but it's certainly been quite a journey from what happened to this point, and it's made me sort of reassess a lot of things about art and bits and bobs, but hopefully we can sort of start moving stuff in here and get a bit of space in the house, which I think will be nice. This is my wormery that I got from Original Organics. I've only had it a week. You've got to start it off quite slowly because the worms are not yet mature. I'm hoping that this will save us from having to use the council food collection because I'm getting a bit fed up with it. The bin men have got a tendency to throw your bin in the ditch, and we've already been through one and had to get a replacement because it was just broken to pieces. And also in the summer it's really unpleasant as well. I've been wanting a wormery for quite a while, so took the plunge and got one. And it's a really smart little thing. You've got your trays. There's the extra trays. I got a 3-tray one because there's only 2 of us, and this should in theory do enough for a family of 4. And you've got a little tap down there after a sort of couple of months. Once it's really got going, you get liquid fertilizer come out of there, so that'll be really good for putting on tomatoes and stuff. They're very shy worms, and I haven't named them. They're just all called worms. Everyone keeps asking me if I was going to give them names. The answer to that is no. But yeah, they are in there. I have seen one poke its head out. So hopefully in a couple of months they should be going properly, and that'll pretty much do our food waste because we don't get huge amounts. We do have a compost heap as well. Only things you can't really put in there is onions and leeks, those kind of things, and citrus peels, because that can make it too acidic for your worms. So those will just go in the compost heap, and all the other bits, tea bags, eggshells, bits and pieces, hopefully will go in here and we'll have some nice liquid fertilizer from it. Hello, Bobble. Oh, hang on. I've got a mitten rubbing his head on me. You've got an itchy fluffy patch. You've got an itchy patch. I've got these guys booked in with the shearer, so he will let me know when he's in the area. And you get a haircut, Bobble. Although I think, sorry, I have to stand up again, otherwise Mitten's going to rub on me. I think I'll probably have to dag them before then if we get some warm weather, which just means trimming around their bum to make sure that they don't get fly strike. The problem we've got is getting someone to shear you, haven't we, Alphonse? Alpacas are slightly different. They don't have the lanolin in their wool, and also they're different to handle than sheep. Sheep shearers can do them, but the chap who does mine, he doesn't want to do him. And unfortunately alpaca shearers are in very short supply, and I can't get one at all, let alone get one to come out and do one alpaca. so we may have to do him ourselves. I have got electric sheep shears, but it's quite hard for me to shear sheep because they're quite strong, but we might have to get a friend to come and help so that we can do Alphonse, because I want to make it as less stress for him as I possibly can, really. Because he hadn't been handled a lot, and he had only ever had one clip before he came to me, so it's gonna be sort of, it won't be the best thing, but hopefully we can make it as easy for him as possible. Yes, you are the unproductive member of the flock. Short of making paintbrushes from your hair, I don't think there's a lot we can do with you, is there? Get off my zip! He's on my zip. Get down. Get off. Yes, he is molting, so you had to have a brush this morning. I think he liked the biscuit more than the brush. But you look a little bit tidier. We've got that fluff off you. So, yes, it's spring, don't you? I've finished my jumper. I haven't blocked it yet. I don't know if I'm going to have to add a line of single crochet around that neck, because I've got a feeling that even after it's blocked, it's going to have a tendency to curl over like that. So I don't know, I'll have to see how that comes and what it's like wearing it. I'm not entirely convinced with the bust shaping, but it's knitted now, so I'm not really going to unpick it. It's done and I'll wear it. And I've started my summer knitting. This is just a simple short-sleeved raglan. That's 100% cotton yarn, and it's a very simple pattern to knit. I'm cracking on quite well with it. I'm quite pleased with my progress so far. I've also finished my owl project. I've done every British owl now. So the last two I did was the long-eared owl and the short-eared owl. So I've got them all there. The only thing with me drawing animals, sometimes how they come out, their expression tends very much to reflect how I'm feeling at the time. Whether, it's just an unconscious thing with me. So these were all done since I lost the studio, so you can kind of track my moods really by the expressions of the owls as to how I was feeling. This guy, I just don't know what was going on that week, and I don't know what's going on with this one here, but it was a very enjoyable project to do. I will be honest, I don't know what I'm going to do when I get into the new studio. I think I will have time to settle in and just see how things go, because I know the one thing that I don't want is to put pressure on myself. I just want to enjoy creating and sort of see where it takes me, really. There's little Bluey. She's come over to see if I've got any biscuit, but I haven't. They do like a bit of a treat, the Flumps. Mr. Flump, he's just over here with his lady, aren't you? Splendid boy. It's just nice to be able to be outside. It feels like it's been a very, very long winter. I feel quite tired, really. Spring will perk me up, and I enjoy being able to come out and spend a bit of time with the animals without my fingers feeling like they're going to drop off with the cold. Hopefully I can start planning to do some stuff in the garden soon and sort of get it all tidied up and plant some new things. I might have to put some stuff around it, because you guys like to come and dig up everything I plant, don't you? They're not really, well, I mean, they're not too destructive. They're not as destructive as some of the the bigger chickens, but they're not very helpful sometimes. Well, they think they're being helpful, but it just sort of involves them getting in the hole you're digging, trying to find worms and insects and other good stuff, and sort of every job takes longer, but I don't mind because it's really, I think it's good for your soul to just come out and just spend a bit of time with them, and it's very relaxing just watching them go about their business. We've got a lovely sunset again, and we've got some blossom out as well. I don't know what this bush actually is, but it's always the first in the garden to have blossom, which I think is a welcome treat for any bees that are out early, although it's quite chilly this evening, but it looks beautiful and it smells lovely as well. It's very, very pretty. But thank you for watching, and we will catch you next time.